Going live. 1, 2, 3. We're live. Hello and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. And tonight we got a great show for you. This is going to be very interesting. And you got your sound on. There you go. Yeah, anyway, tonight I got my guest host, Grandpa Brian. And tonight we're going to be talking about stones and things like that. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me. I really enjoy stones and crystals.
Well, I never knew that you were in the stones and crystals like that. I mean, I know you did the Reiki stuff. We had you plenty of times on for that. It's just that, I never imagined you'd be to that stuff. And then all of a sudden one day, I opened my mailbox up and I got a package full of stones, everybody. Grandpa Brian was nice enough to package these all up and send them to me. And I want to share them with everybody else because now I'm on a mission to learn about all these little stones. But the best part you did was they're all labeled inside the packages, so I knew what they were. Now I know certain stones do different things. Like I know crystals are crystals or whatever, but there's different colors of crystals. Like this one here, he sent me an amethyst, and this is a beautiful stone. It is crystal quartz or whatever. This is an amethyst crystal, and I'm not gonna try to get this. I can get it up by the camera so you guys can see it a little bit, but we're going to talk a little bit about this stuff. What stone? I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions because I am just fascinated with, because people put them on like necklaces like this. This one here I got from Delaney Pearl Jones, who sent me this, and this is some kind of material. It's supposed to be I forget what it does, but you wear it and it's helps with the EMP stuff for the electromagnetic things. You know what I mean? I can't remember what the name of it is. I almost my memory fails me when it comes to little details like that. But
Mine
I
does
do
too.
know yeah, you gotta have labels. And I know it does something, but I don't know what the name of it, particulars. But that's why I was so glad that you labeled all of these stones here, and they're very beautiful. And I wanted to share with everybody else what they were and maybe what I can use them for. Do I carry them in my pocket? Do I sleep with them under my pillow? Do I rub them in my hand at night and grasp them like this? I want to find out a little bit about this stuff too. Now, we've talked about stones and gems and crystals on this show many times before. Except that we really don't get in the thick of things too much. But we're gonna ask you the difficult questions tonight. I hope you got some good answers for us.
I hope I do too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure it'll be a very interesting thing. And everybody that's coming in the chat right now, thank you for coming. We got a whole group of people that's piling in. We got Elderberry. He says hi. We got Pamela Jean. We got Steve-O. We got let's see, Mary Wins is in the house, and Truth Seeker. Thank you for coming. Steve-O says, "What's up?" Or no, that was Elderberry. Well, anyway. And of course we got anyway. There we go. I think I got everybody who's coming in. I know Pamela Jean, I got a good question for you. You have these alien experience things going on and stuff like that. Do they use stones and crystals? Type it in the chat. That really interests me. I'd like to know. Anyway, there's Chief Remeldian Olympus. There you go. Thank you for coming. I'm glad I seen you in there last week. Thank you for stopping in tonight again. We enjoy your company. So anyway, we're gonna start somewhere, but first off, I want to ask. I got the dog here. She's like, no, go lay down. I gave you a bone already. Now go eat your bone. Did you eat it already? Go on. Any sorry. Um, she wants to be the life of the show too. But I'll get her on later on. But anyhow, the point is, so first question is, what started you on learning about stones and gems, crystals, whatever? What brought upon that interest?
The first time I walked into all my relations and seeing the big, huge amethyst cathedrals and the citrine cathedrals and just all the different beautiful stones and crystals that they had in that place. I was drawn to it all. And then I ended up taking a class on learning how to use stones and crystals.
Oh, wow.
And this was the very first crystal that I ever bought right here.
Nice. That's really cool. Now, have you found your own crystals too, or you? No. Now go. Make her feel bad.
No, I have not. That is one thing I would really love to go do is my own crystal dig.
Okay. Yeah,
I
because
would probably have to travel south to Arkansas, somewhere around there where I know they do dig up crystals in those areas.
Oh yeah, that they definitely do there. Yeah, that's one of those things, being a rock hunter, crystal digger. I don't know. I don't know if you don't have any rocks up in Indiana there, huh?
Geodes.
Oh, really? Well, geodes are pretty cool.
Yeah. I think mostly around here is limestone. I know a lot of I think 80 to 90% of the limestone that built the Empire State Building came from the state of Indiana. Other than that, we got a lot of shell. I do have some coal here on the property.
Oh.
Other than that, we might have a little bit of granite here and there, but I have not been able to find crystals yet.
Well, that's a work in progress then.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I see a lot of other people saying they want to go digging crystals too. And Mary Wynn says she loves rocks. And there's Lori Eldricken. Thank you for coming. But anyway, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I knew there's pretty rocks, and through the years you'd pick up some pretty rocks here and there. But for the most part, I never, went out rock hunting or collected crystals, or I thought they were really cool. Who doesn't? I mean, you get a crystal like this amethyst or something, and you can't not pick it up. I wonder why is it that people are fascinated with stones? Do we somehow
it's the
know
energy that comes? It's all about the energy that comes off of them.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
like when
that's the thing. Is there energy coming off of these?
Oh yes. Earlier, when I was gathering all my crystals and stuff up, or what I have down here, this piece of amethyst and this crystal right here, I got them close together, and I could actually feel the field of energy pushing between those two as I got them closer. Like right now, I could feel energy pushing between the two. So there is energy that comes off of these. How I've always picked my crystals and stones, I just close my eyes and I take my hand and I just run them over, and I feel all the energy that's coming off of them. And I don't open my eyes, and the one I'm drawn to pick is the one that I reach in and grab. That's the one that wants to come home with me. Just
Nice.
like my pendulums or anything else that I've gotten from there. I feel the energy and I find out which one connects to my energy, and that's the one that I usually grab.
I do know that each crystal does contain energy. They say if you take a crystal and you hit it with a hammer, you'll see a spark. Have you ever done that? Is that true?
No, I have not. I've spent too much money on my crystals to do something like that.
Yes. Well, unless you had a whole backyard full of them, I guess. But
Correct.
you know, there's a lot of people who do love crystals, especially the big ones they have as decorations. Well, I think there's a lot of people that have them as decorations that don't really even know what they do. Because I've been to places
Exactly.
where they sit on the shelf, especially in tourist traps. And I'm sure you all have been there where you walk in and there's crystals and geodes and things like that sitting on the shelf with this, quite the big price numbers. But people buy them. Oh, that's real cool. I went down to Crystal Cave and I bought this geode. Well, that geode probably came from someplace else, not Crystal Cave.
Correct.
So,
Just like there's many different types of citrine. This is come from Brazil, so this is called Brazilian citrine.
oh, nice. Yeah, that's a pretty good size one. Yeah, so rocks get shipped everywhere. A little bit here and a little
And
bit there.
a
Uh,
lot of people don't know that the Chinese actually own about 80% of the mineral rights around the world to excavate stones and crystals.
yeah, I wonder why that is. Do they know something that we don't? You gotta wonder.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they've been using crystals for probably thousands of years. They know exactly what the crystals do and the stones and what they're used for. They're not
Uh,
stupid.
yeah, exactly. Um, okay, so let's go through some of these crystals and stones and things that you've sent to me. Now, people, I would like to hold them up in front of you. Each one of these, but they're they're small, so you're not going to be able to see them real well. Like this one here. I mean, I can show them all to you, but I did do some pictures so we can see them a little bit better. So I'm going to share these pictures. No, go lay down. Go. Um, okay, so I'm going to share here. There you go. I hope you can see that. And this here is argonite. No, this isn't argonite. Sorry. Yeah, that is, where did this go? Oh, stromalite. Stromalite. Sorry. Looked at the wrong wording. Stromalite. Stromalite. Now, what does stromalite do? And can you tell us about this? So this is one of the rocks that I got from you. I I got them on the picture so you can all see it better. But stromalite, let's go through some of these because I want to know what to do with them myself. I got all these nice rocks. So I just put them in a bin and put them up in the front of the house by the window, or how do I use these things?
So show me light. It is the tears of the fairy. Uh, the good represents good luck, helps in transition, makes oneself at ease, and it is connected with the root chakra.
Hmm.
So that is a good grounding stone because it connects to your root chakra. So if you have problems possibly grounding, then you may want to hold on to this, put this in your pocket. This will help you get grounded because it's connected to the root chakra.
Cool. Cool. So just basically holding it when you feel you need it That's all you need to do.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. This one here, this is sodalite. Sodalite. I hope everybody can see that. Sodalite. I really like this stone. This was a really pretty stone here. And I mean, it's really a pretty blue color, you know. And I got all of these, and I thought maybe you had a Did you know that I have a rock tumbler, and I've never used it? It's just brand new. It's sitting right here. New rock tumbler.
Nice. So sodalite. Let's see. What's that here? Prolific dreaming and eliminates confusion, and that is actually connected to the third eye chakra.
It looks like a third eye, third beautiful blue eye, for certain.
Correct.
Okay, then we got.
So, you know.
Okay, this one here is rhodonite. I hope I pronounced that right, rhodonite. This one here is really pretty too. I'm looking at the real rocks, people, in my hand, and they are very pretty. I'll have to show you in a little bit. But this is what I got, and it's got this pretty pink color, and it's got the nice waves. This one here's got nice waves in it too, a little black. It's very, very pretty.
Yes, it is, and I'm pretty sure that black is probably tourmaline.
Okay.
In there.
Yeah.
And rhodolite, energy and traumas, assuredness helps one achieve great potential, and it is connected to the heart chakra.
Nice. Nice. I like that one. Really do. I'm gonna put that one in my pocket. I'll be walking around. Now, here's my question. Do I put one rock in my pocket and hold on to it, or do I just put a bunch of them in there, or will they cancel themselves out?
They won't cancel themselves out. It's what you feel you need to carry with you.
Okay.
The one thing I suggest, if you do carry it on you, put it in a pouch by itself, would be the tourmaline.
Okay.
Because the way it's layered, it will fracture easy.
Okay. Okay, now we got this one here. This is red jasper, which is really pretty. Yes, really.
So Jasper reduces eye strain and negativity, promotes longevity and dreams, and it is connected to the heart chakra.
Nice. While you're doing that, I'm getting all these out of my pocket and looking at them in my hand. It's like, this one is really pretty, this red jasper. I like the lines in it. It's got these cool little lines in there so you can see the grains. And it's a pretty red. It really is. It's a very pretty red. Let me get that back in the bag. But do you keep do you carry stones in your pocket at any given time?
About the only two things I really ever carry with me is hematite, which promotes common sense and grounding. And if I feel I need protection, I'll carry some tourmaline with me. But other than that, I really don't carry a lot of stones with me or crystals.
Oh, okay. I used to carry a amethyst crystal stone. We're gonna get to that one, but that's the only one I ever carried in my pocket. Now this one here is lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli. This is really a pretty one too.
Yeah, I love lapis lazuli. It just has some beautiful colors in it. And lapis, it strengthens total awareness, helps in your ESP, your thyroid, and your creativity, and that is connected to the third eye.
Huh. Yeah, mine's got a nice, it's
I
blue
have,
on both sides and it's got this gray stripe down the middle. It's really kind of cool. It's
yeah,
really, really is.
kind of like this one right here.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Okay. Well, why I got the share up, no, I don't think nobody's seen that. But anyway, okay. Well, we got the what's this one? What'd you say this is for your third eye, huh?
Lapis, yes, for your third eye.
Nice, nice. Now, another thing is, each one of these? I'm sure they do. Each one of these kinds of rocks have a different frequency, or if you know that or not.
Oh, yes, everything has a different frequency.
I mean, I
Nothing
didn't know
has
if
the
you're.
same frequency.
Well, yeah, I know they have different. I was what I meant to say was in your little book there that you're looking up the stuff that you don't have the frequency for you see for each one of these. Doesn't say.
No, it does not.
Okay, that's kind of because I know you ain't gonna remember the frequency off top. Yeah, that's 425. I know. Yeah, no, I doubt that. I couldn't remember that either. Now we got this one here. This one's blue quartz. Blue quartz. I would love to take these, square them off like, and put them and make a tabletop out of these. This would be beautiful to have blue quartz. Blue
Yeah,
quartz or
and
blue argent arturin or whatever it's called. Yeah, blue quartz, blue arturin, one way or the other. This is a really pretty stone. These are
yes, it
so.
is. And just like I'm sure that is also tied to the third eye, and just like your clear quartz, it's programmable.
Oh, really? Okay. So this is programmable. I like it.
Correct.
Nice. Third eye. I like it. It kind of looks like it could be you lose your eye, just put one of those in there, and everybody go, "Ooh, what a pretty blue eye you got."
Yes, they would.
Yeah, and you could pick this out. Like I can pick it right out in my pile here because it's just really kind of shiny. Like, okay, here we got bloodstone. Ain't that nice?
Bloodstone, it comes in a few different colors.
Okay.
So bloodstone prevents high blood pressure, cleanses the body, aids in decision making, and it is connected to the root chakra.
Yeah, the bloodstone that I got here is more red. I mean, it's got a little green in it, but it's more red than anything. So this is for you got high
Yeah.
blood pressure to hold on to this. That's cool.
Yes.
That is way cool. Okay, this one was real cool because I thought, what is a petrified piece of wood or what? But it is not. This is black tourmaline.
And tourmaline comes in a few different colors, black, green, and red, I do believe.
Oh yeah.
And it is really good for protection, and it relieves fatigue, increases success in love, And depending on the color of the tourmaline, depending on which chakra uh, it bonds with. So I'm sure the black would probably be your root chakra. The green would probably be the heart chakra. And I would say the red would probably be like your crown or third eye chakra.
Huh. Yeah, it's tourmaline. Now, people make stuff out of this tourmaline too, I know, right? Isn't that what you said this necklace here was that I got? You said that that necklace. Here, hang on, let me stop share for a second. Yeah, remember I said this and you said that was tourmaline? That thing? This is one of the ones that Delaney Pearl Jones gave me. Um, and I thank her for that. But like it says, it was you know, that might be tourmaline. It's kind of black. Yeah. So anyway, okay, back to the
Yeah,
share. Oh,
I wear a tourmaline hematite bracelet,
oh,
especially when I'm doing healing work. That helps keep you protected to keep anything from actually bouncing back onto you.
mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Ah, we got a lot of people in the house. Nina the Mystic's in the house. Pure Love Ascension, Lori. Thank you for coming. And Teresa is in the house. Thank you. Joanne Dancing Gypsy. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but thank you for all coming. Let's get back to the stones. I tell you again, I really appreciate the stones. They were they're really pretty. Like I said, this black tourmaline, it fascinates me. Looks like the petrified wood out here. You know.
Yes, it does.
It does. It does. I'll have to send you a chunk of petrified wood. As soon as the snow goes away.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you can find big chunks of it out here. I'll send you a whole tree trunk, but that'd take up the whole post office. Anyway, okay, this one here is Argonite. And it is really pretty with the swirls. And this one rock I got that's tourmalite is got cool swirls. It looks like a little mini beehive. That's what it reminded me of. A little beehive.
Yes, I do like those. Those are really beautiful pieces. I don't have one in my collection yet, but that is probably one of the next stones I will get. So Argonite, it calms and centers, allows for insight, aids self-discipline if directed. It is connected to the root chakra, the navel chakra, the solar plex chakra, and the heart chakra. So
Wow.
basically, it's connected to all your lower chakras.
So this is like one you carry this one and it's connected. This is like a dual stone, right?
Right, that will help you stay connected with your lower four chakras.
Nice. It is really pretty. I'm looking at the one I got it in my hand and I'm looking at it. It's just real. I could stare at this one for a long time. Tell you that. It's interesting. But yeah, each one's got these little layers. It's really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, now we got appetite. And that one is this one. Boy. Yeah, there we go. Appetite. This is a pretty stone too. Looks like it's got little flecks of gold in it, you know? Or is that? Yeah, I
Yes,
don't know
it
what that is.
does.
But it looks like it anyway. It is.
So that is good for communication. Yeah, it's good for communication, uh, highly psychic, controls weight gain, and depending on the color of it, is what chakra it will connect with.
Huh. Huh. Mine's a little bit darker blue than these here, but it's still really, really nice. What do we got next? And this is one that I already got. I got a crystal like this that I keep right here on my desk. And then I got one that I would carry in my pocket. It's the only stone I've ever carried in my pocket. But this is a
And that is
amethyst.
amethyst.
Yes.
Yes. Amethyst encourages inner peace, helps you fight addictive behavior, transforms energy, and is connected to the third eye and crown chakra. So this is a good one to carry with you if you're wanting to open up your third eye and your crown chakra. This will help allow that to happen.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, you sent me this one. I got a amethyst. I think you sent me two of the amethyst crystals. And then one is the crystal, the amethyst crystal like this, and then one is more of a bigger one actually. So I got two of those. Yeah. So thank you much for that.
This Yeah, the smaller one that I got you see how deep dark purple's in there?
Yeah.
That's almost a black amethyst, which are very rare to find.
Yeah, this one is really dark. It is really dark. The other one is really light colored, like that first one
Yeah.
we looked at here. It's almost this
And the
this other
and
color. It's this color.
yeah, and the one thing about amethyst, you do not want to leave it out in the sunlight. The sun will bleach the purple right out of it.
Oh,
Then you will
really?
no longer have a purple amethyst. It just be a quartz crystal.
Huh. Well, how about that? Yeah. Okay. So here, everybody, I'll show you what some of these look like. Okay. So this is what I got for um, the light colored one. And then this is the dark colored one we were talking about. You can see the darker colors on that. I hope everybody sees that. Spin it. You can see the darker. It is really pretty. And then here's the circly thing. I forget what the other one is. This is yeah, Argonite.
Appetite.
Apatite. Yeah, Argonite in there. And then here's this the black. You can see that it's there we go. That's the I gotta remember all the words. This is that black whatever it is.
Tourmaline.
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 Yes. See, I gotta memorize the words on some of these. Jeez, I'm terrible. Black tourmaline. Okay, cool. But anyway, yeah, I got a bunch of them. And then this is another one that's really pretty. Like that one. This is the appetite. Appetite.
Yep.
This one's a little bit darker than the ones you guys seen in the picture. But yeah, very neat. I think we've done them all now. Okay, I gotta get back to that picture. I'm driving the bus too. There we go. But anyway, yeah, so different rocks do different things. Just put them in your pocket and you will get to see, results. There's Diane Martino. Thank you for coming. Oh, I can't. Obsidian. She says she carries obsidian for protection. Obsidian. I have to look that one up. But I looked a bunch of these. What does obsidian do?
Obsidian.
Yes. So she carries obsidian. Oh, I see. This.
Eliminate. Yeah. It eliminates gullibility.
This is
Offers detachment and very protective, and it is also connected to the root chakra. So it is a very good protection stone.
Protection stone. Anyway, cool, very cool. So anyway, so you learned about these crystals. Now you got quite a collection going on then, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
I
So
mean,
want to show them
oh
all
yes.
this.
And that is?
This is strawberry quartz, and it recalls past lives, eases tension and relationships.
That's cool. So you
So
working on
if
your,
you want to, yeah. So
are you
well, I ain't
working on,
working on any relationships,
I was gonna say,
so
you
it
working
has to
on
be
your,
for past lives.
I was gonna say, you working on your past lives there? And how's that coming?
Yes,
Have you figured any of that out? You know,
good.
we talk,
I've learned about cycles that I've gone through, and I'm learning that what cycles I need to break, and just recognizing the cycles from
mm,
past lives is very important. Then you kind of know what's actually going on in your actually really going on in your life because of all these past life cycles. You
mm,
keep going through the same stuff until you learn things. So once you
well,
recognize that past life and what you went through, it can help you in this past life maybe finally find a solution to all of them cycles that you've been going through.
see, that's the thing I always think we get cheated out of is when we come here and we go through life, and I think a lot of people don't understand it, is they tend to fall back into old ways, regardless if their memory has been wiped or not. They come back and they do things that, um, you know, go back. They keep doing the same thing. Humans are like that. I mean, you see it in everyday people. It's like trying to quit smoking or drinking or like a bad habit or something. Somebody who taps their finger all the time. I think they carry that through to the next life in some way or shape or form. If you were drunk in a past life,
Yeah, you have.
you're probably going to be drinking now.
Yeah, if you haven't learned the lessons from past lives, you're going to keep repeating them. That's why it's so important to find out about past lives, so you see them cycles, see what's happening in them past lives, so it all translates into this life. Then
Mm-hmm.
once you see that, then you can figure out, okay, I've been making the wrong decisions in all these past lives. I need to change my way of thinking and what I'm doing now in this lifetime to break that cycle so I don't have to go back through that lesson again.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I myself I'm trying to figure this all out myself because I want to break those cycles. I don't want to have to come back and do this over again, like failing class or something. Um, Nina the Mystic says, she says that she carries most of these crystals in her store, or she has them. You need to get a hold of her if you want to get a crystal. Help her out, support her, and because she's one of our community. And if you want one, like I said, we went through all of these, and each one does remarkable things. If you want to learn about your past lives, maybe get with Nina, have her do a reading on you or something, and she can help you along with that. If you can't do it yourself, get yourself some red quartz or rose quartz, right? Put it in your pocket. And how do you use that red quartz to help you get to that point?
By holding it and meditating, that's the other thing about crystals. You don't want to, because they have so much energy in them, you don't want to handle them for too long.
Really?
I made that mistake one. I made that mistake one time with this crystal right here, and it put
Mm-hmm.
so much energy into my body I could not sleep that night.
Really?
It just had me totally, oh yeah, just, and all I was doing was using it to amplify what I was sending out.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize that I went into that deep of a meditation. I was in a meditation for probably close to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And that's way too long to be holding one of these in your hand.
Uh-huh. Huh.
And
Well,
that night, I did not sleep. I learned my lesson,
mm-hmm.
just like the first time I started doing Reiki energy work. Uh, I didn't know you were supposed to release that down into Mother Earth. So I was taking on all this, and it got to the point where my hands were burning, my arms were hurting, and then Heather pulled me aside and said, "You need to release that." And showed me how to release all that wet mind back into Mother Earth to be recycled. So,
Ah.
just like anything, you know,
Well, yeah,
don't be
I didn't
afraid
know.
to make mistakes
Oh,
because you
yeah.
learn from them.
Well, and that's exactly it. That's what we're here to do tonight is to, is show people a little bit about the stones. And I encourage everybody uh to to learn about the stone. If you're going to use something, it's like anything else. You don't go get a bicycle and say, well, I'm going to put it at the top of the hill and I'm going to coast all the way down. Because by halfway down, you're going to say, I forgot to ask them how to put the brakes on.
Yep.
you know, uh, minor details. And at that point, it's too late to go back and get instructions or read the directions. No, but as you're about the middle of the hill and you're looking at the bottom and you're coasting along and you're going, crap. And that's the same thing with anything else. You're doing the Reiki stuff, you're soaking in all the energy, and I could just see it. Holy cow, what am I doing here? Uh, what do I do now? Where's the directions? And that's another thing too. When you're doing that stuff, you get directions and help from other people, right?
Are you talking about my Reiki work or
Well,
with the
yeah,
stones or
yeah, exactly.
crystals?
You about the Reiki work. You're doing Reiki work. You're going to ask questions. You're going to learn from somebody. You just can't go out there and just do it without no direction. You're going to have to read about it or learn. Or well, you got that Reiki book. You took a class, didn't you?
Yes, I actually have taken 3 classes on Reiki. So it's nice to know someone that can actually teach you how to harness the energy and use that energy as it's flowing through you to someone else. Someone asked me one time, don't you get drained doing Reiki work? I'm not using my energy. I'm using the energy from the universe, just channel it through me and sending it to the people.
Yeah.
You never use your own energy, so it doesn't drain you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, see, and that's the thing. If I mean, and it's just like the stones. So same way with the stones. You didn't you say you took a class on that too? Was it the class on the stones? I
Yes,
don't. Yes, you took a class on stones.
yeah, learning how to use stones and crystals. It was only a 2.5 hour class, and you didn't get to go over every stone and crystal, but she brought a few. That way, you can sit there and feel the energy that's coming off of them and how the energy was different coming off of each one.
Oh
That's
yeah.
one of the most important things. I wouldn't suggest really buying stones and crystals offline. You can. Me myself, I'd rather feel the energy coming off of them and let the stone that wants to be with me pick me. I don't even look at them. I just run my hands over them and say, "Oh, that's the one that wants to come with me," and I just grab it, and that's the stone I end up with.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice. Um, yeah. So the stone kind of picks you in a way.
Correct.
Nice. I
Yeah,
like that.
That's the
Good
best
idea.
way to do it, is let the stone or crystal pick you instead of you picking the stone or crystal.
Yes. Mary Wynn says Tiger Eye is an excellent blue. Uh, they're talking about Tiger Eye. Do you have any information on Tiger Eye? Oh, you
Yeah,
have a Tiger Eye.
this is a tiger eye right here, and tiger's eye. Uh, Psychic protector, great for business, helps to achieve clarity. Again,
Ooh.
depending on the color of it, is what chakra it's tied to.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Um, Diane says Luminarian seed crystal. Luminarian seed. I don't know if there's what's a luminarian seed crystal. I don't know if that's a stone or a crystal. Luminarians.
Luminarians. I don't see it on my sheet.
Oh, okay. Nina says she's got a couple of tiger's eyes on her website. So there you go. If you want a tiger's eye, get on over there. But yeah, exactly. So that all these crystals, they make up they all come from the earth. Each one is got a vibration to it. And we resonate with that, just like a lot of other things, like we have I got one of these that I don't know if it's a 432 hertz, and and
Uh-huh.
uh and then I put it on like my shoulder where it hurts. That's my frequency generator therapy, because usually my shoulder hurts a little bit, sometimes my knee or something. But I don't know if you can hear that. It vibrates just a little bit, but I can hear it here. And then of course I don't know how many of you people out there have one, but I got me one of these thanks to Lucky Stone. I got me one of these singing bowls, the bowls with the little thing on bobber. And it is pretty neat.
Uh-huh.
I like how it here. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm gonna do it. Can you hear that? It is
No.
pretty. I just love how it sounds anyway. But it's pretty cool.
I,
But
I
it's
like
all
singing.
it's all about that frequency. Once you hear it, it's just like it's in your mind, and it does make me feel different when I ring that I it's kind of neat. It just makes me feel good, makes me happy right away. Don't know why, but it does. Tibetan bowls, yes, Tibetan bowls, and this is a pretty nice one. You can pick them up off of eBay or something. Who knows? Maybe Nina's got them on her website. I don't know, but it's kind of cool. I know a lot of people. There's different sizes and different frequencies, and never had one before, but I picked that up and I thought it'd be good to try it out. Um,
Yeah.
but like you said, each one of these stones, I did not know though that you shouldn't handle the crystal for a long time. That I did not know. So people don't put it in your hand and hold it all day long, hoping that you're going to get something out of it, because you might get a little more out of it than you expect.
Exactly. Yep. So I
Yeah.
like that tuning fork you had. That's my next major purchase. I'm going to buy a set of tuning forks.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. Tuning forks are really cool. Like I said, I was oh, who was I listening to? I think I was listening to Mike Adams and he was talking about frequency generators, or believe it or not, they're just starting to figure that out. Mainstream science is starting to figure out that frequency could heal you. Gee, like they've been doing that for years, and they've been calling people quacks. And he's saying, and he says, well, the cheap way to do it is just get yourself one of these tuning forks, just like we already have, or I have anyway. He says you ring the tuning fork and you put it on wherever it hurts. And I'm thinking low cost to no cost for, healing energy right in your hand. You know, and it really can't hurt you. It's not gonna, I don't know if it'll fix you, but it could help. You know, don't put all your eggs in that basket, but then again, you know, what's it gonna hurt, right?
Exactly. I have two apps on my phone.
Yeah.
One is a frequency generator. The other one is the Z app. I don't know if people are familiar with that, but the Z app
What does the Z app do?
has, so when you download it, you're at the home page and you hit sequences. And then you see how there's all that writing. Well, then there's different illnesses. So like you would go through
Oh,
here and say you have uh, anxiety. So you push the thing for anxiety, then it goes through all the frequencies that will help for that anxiety. Uh,
I
Knee
see.
pain, you go through, boom, all right, knee pain, boom, and it'll go through them frequencies, and you just let it run that cycle of frequencies. It helps.
Yeah.
I know at
Uh,
night,
yeah.
uh, on my frequency generator, I'll play 432 and 528 real low, where I mean you can just barely hear it while I sleep at night.
Hmm.
I get the best night's sleep because that frequency is harmonizing with your body.
Yes. Yes. Commentator says frequencies brought down the walls of Jericho. Yes, and that is a thing. You know, it says that in the Bible, of course, but it really could be true. I watched a documentary on that where they were trying to prove, you know, it's the same as a high pitched sound will break glass, you know, and if you hit the right sound or have the vibration long enough, then it could be. I think, how did that go? He had some horns or something, and they had to blow the horns and so many times for so long. But I think after a while, that let out a frequency that like started to crack the rocks or something, or the bricks or whatever. They finally hit the right tune. Now, to speak of that, I was watching, I don't know how true this is, people, but I was watching this documentary about India, where they were trying to put these boulders up on top of a mountain for some kind of sealing a cave or something like that. And so they would get a boulder, and it's on the ground, and then they would put this boulder out in the middle of nowhere, and the guys were on the mountain, and they would get the drums and the horns, and they would sit in like a semicircle around this rock, and they would beat the drums and they would blow the horns for like a half hour or so. And after about that half hour, that rock would start to vibrate, and then it would literally fly up in the air and on top of the mountain where they wanted the rock to go. And
There's people, yeah, there's people that say the pyramids. That's how they moved the stones was with sound.
yeah, now that I could believe, because you know, to have those people pick that rock up and move them things, you know, that's just a little bit, you know, that makes me shake my head. But, you know, if there was some kind of way to do it other than that, but we just don't, I think we don't want to allow ourselves to believe it. That's the problem. Don't you think?
Oh yes, that's the problem with a lot of, because you're programmed not to believe, just like everything else.
Yes.
It's all programming. So once you break that programming, then you might see how they were able to move those with sound or do some of their things that they did back then that we don't think they were able to do now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
We're still trying to figure it out.
yes, I agree. I think that knowledge was lost somewhere there, or maybe it wasn't lost, but it was just discontinued. Because like when empires fall, they like okay, we'll just imagine today's scenario because everybody can relate, right? We know that the government has high technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so do all these other countries. Um, but the thing is if for instance, when like Germany fell in 1945, what happened to their technologies? It literally got moved to other countries, and then we got that technology and incorporated it and said it was our technology. And little by little, all these things came out, and we just assumed that it was our technology. Uh, so really, like the nuclear bombs, for instance, right? If
Mm-hmm.
we were making a one to fight the Japanese at the time, and Germany was making one, and they were just about as close to finishing it as we were. If you didn't know, but we were just a little bit faster. But we took their technology and made more nuclear bombs out of it. You know what I'm saying? Once Germany fell, we used
Oh,
their technology. But the point is that back in the day when these empires would fall, they didn't give up that technology easy. Like, here you go, I'm putting it on a platter. There's your technology. They either tried to, because if I was an empire, I'd try to destroy it before the enemy could get it, or I would if they did get it, well, now it's their technology. Either I'm hiding it, or they're getting it, or I'm destroying it. One of the three things is going to happen.
and
And
most likely it was either destroyed or hidden
yeah,
because you
yeah,
wouldn't want your adversaries to have your technology.
yes. And if it was destroyed, that other country or that other group of people is going to try to figure it out. But if they can't, then it's pretty much lost. Um, and it's gone. It's literally gone. They know what it did, uh, but they don't know how to recreate it. And then of course they get conquered by somebody, and even if they were so close to figuring it out, it's gone then too. And it just moves along, with time. And then we have to rediscover it. It's like I was listening to a show the other day, and they were talking about it was about Jim Bridger, and he was the first one to come to the Great Salt Lake, right? So he's credited
Uh-huh.
for finding the Great Salt Lake. But I'm thinking, well, he didn't find the Great Salt Lake. It's always been there. You don't think the Indians knew that there was a Great Salt Lake there? What, they don't count? They've been living around the lake for thousands of years, but they didn't, big deal. But he had to show up, and now it's credited to him. I mean,
Yep.
it's kind of the same thing. I mean, they had the lake for 1,000 years, and now this one guy shows up and, hey, look, I discovered a lake. Oh
Yeah, it's
man, you know,
our history's funny.
yes, it is. But because he was the first
I mean, like
white man to get there, he's the winner.
uh, like they said, Columbus discovered America. The Vikings were coming to America way before Columbus ever thought about coming here.
Yes, they just went to a different spot. They didn't find all the gold and crap that he did. And because they didn't come out with tons of riches, they were kind of forgotten about, and they kind of, just quit coming. Why would you come to another place where it's all cold and rocky and you know, it's too much. But when they were conquered, they quit coming. They didn't tell anybody, right? I mean, that
Yep.
knowledge was lost. And now to this day, we're trying to look up and say, well, maybe they did come. Maybe they did leave some artifacts. By gosh, I think they did. But because they were conquered at some point in time, all that records were lost. You know, they might have had a whole colony
Now,
over here in the States, but once the their buddies or their countrymen didn't come back to get them, they may have all died out.
correct.
Yeah, because if you read about, I mean, I've read about it before about the pilgrims and things like that. They were, if the pilgrims had got just dropped off and left, and they almost did get dropped off and left, and nobody would have ever came back to give them supplies or help them out, they would eventually all died off and been lost to history. I do
Yes, they
believe.
would have.
But supply chips eventually came in, more people came in, and the society grew, but only because of that. Yes.
Yep.
So anyway, so we learned a lot about all of this stuff. Like I said, everything in history repeats itself too. What do you think on all of this stuff here? Give me your opinion.
Uh, I, I don't know. I keep wanting to go back to the Iraq War. Everybody thinks that we went into Iraq because of weapons of mass destruction. So why is it when we first entered into Baghdad, the very first place they went was the Iraqi museum? Because they had found alien technology in Sumer, because Sumer was in Iraq, and we wanted that technology, so we went in and got it.
That's right. That is right. I've heard that story multiple times. The question is the guys holding that technology probably didn't even know what they had.
Exactly. But our
And
government knew what we had because they had technology that was probably similar to that they've had in their possession probably since the 40s or 50s.
oh yeah, yeah. And then the only way to get it under cover of darkness was start a war, and nobody will know anything. They don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's and it was a good ploy because here everybody look this direction, look over here while we're doing this over there. And it's all a distraction, like
They've
right
always
now.
played. Yep. They've
But
always played that game. They got it down to a T, where we'll distract you with this while we're doing that.
yes, like the big news of the day is these balloons flying over. First there was one balloon, then there's three balloons, and it kind of makes you wonder, have these balloons been going over all the time and nobody's ever really noticed them? This is like the first time they've ever looked and said, hey, they're flying balloons over. Or is it, well, they're flying balloons, and so we're paying attention. That's all it's on the news is the balloons while they're doing something else that we're not realizing they're doing.
How
So
many balloons do we have up in the air?
yeah, that's a good question. I mean, if they got balloons, I'm sure we got balloons, or we got something similar to that.
Yep.
Yeah, Truth Shaker says shock and awe, drama, drama, drama. Regine Hutzelson's in the house. Thank you for coming. Yes. Anyway, that is, well, we learned a lot. I hope everybody enjoyed the learning about stones. You know, it's not the 2-hour class that you probably went to, but I'm sure there's some good books. There's probably some YouTube videos out there. And if this spikes your interest on rocks and stones and gems and crystals, go check stuff out. Learn some more about these healing properties. You know, if nothing else, get a hold of Grandpa Brian and he'll give you a good lecture on it all, probably. Um, and that's the thing. You know, go out and do the work, you know, and learn about things. Don't just say, wow, that was a great show about crystals and rocks, but it doesn't help me in my everyday life. And I go on, and as soon as I'm done with the show, I just forget all about it. And that, I guess, if it doesn't interest you, then, you know, so be it. But if it does, go find out. Maybe it's something that can really, maybe you're drawn to it. Maybe like I know Mary Wynn says she's been collecting rocks since she was crawling, you know. So Mary, you know, maybe that's your thing. Maybe you're supposed to go out and learn about rocks. Maybe there's a rock out there with your name on it that could open up your third eye, or help you find your past lives, or maybe heal you from some something that's going on in your body, or alleviate some pain or something. You know, maybe that's why you've been drawn to that. I don't know, and I can't say.
It, it's just like anything else, like with the Reiki. Uh,
Yes.
these stones have their own frequency, and they all have the ability to do something different to help you. But if you don't believe in that, let's just say, I don't believe this labradorite is going to help me with my concentration and anything else that I need in my life. If I don't believe in that, even though I know that's what it's supposed to do, it's not going to work for me because you don't have that belief. But if you
Mm-hmm.
believe that this piece of tourmaline is going to protect me, guess what this piece of tourmaline is going to do? It's going to protect me
Mm-hmm. Yes.
because I put my intent in it, even though what it is intended for.
Mm-hmm.
I put the intent of what it is intended for into it, and I believe in that intent. So now I know this will work for me. This will keep me protected. I know this hematite will help keep me grounded. I know when I go to do whatever work, if I want it amplified, this is going to help amplify it because I believe that's what it's going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I
So
agree
it's
on
just
that.
like,
It's a You can use it as a tool. Um, and
exactly.
it's a tool. It's a tool. It's a tool that Mother Earth has given us, and we should use it if
Yes.
it's there. You know. Um.
Yep.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Just
Go ahead.
like all plants, everything on this earth is here to help us. Every plant has a purpose. Every stone and crystal has a purpose. It's all here. It's just us tapping into it all.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that. Well, with that, we should probably sign off. Remember, people, tomorrow night, join me and Nina the Mystic on her channel. We're going to do the spiritual science book. We're going to continue on. I think we're on chapter 13 of this book. If you're interested, please join us over there tomorrow at 8 o'clock Central Time. And I think it's 6 o'clock Pacific and 9 o'clock Eastern time. So it should be a good time for everybody. But join us over there as we read through the book. Sometimes Augie is in the chat room lately. And if you have any good questions for him, you know, you can probably put them in there. Otherwise, save up your questions, ask them in the, go to Nina's thing on the Gilded, and put your questions in there. She has a special chat room for that. This has been a lot of fun doing that show. For me anyway, it has. I think Nina's enjoying, and we're doing a conversation about it on Thursdays in the evening. And so check us out with what we're going to discuss over there on what we learned or had a lot of questions about on Sunday night. So with that, yeah. And I want to say, let's see, what else was there? There was one other thing. and I can't remember now. There was the Nina show, and oh, it slipped my mind. Don't you hate it when that happens? Oh yeah, go over to Max Vision. He's probably got his show going on right now, and you too can go over there, sharpen your mind, grab your crystal that taps in your mind, hold it in your hand, and do some remote viewing, because it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun to go over there and just join in. He does a really great show with learning how to remote view, and it's a lot of fun to participate. He makes it really easy. You can sit at your home, and he puts out the number, and it's all about strengthening your mind. What kind of good crystal should you have for that? Strengthening your mind. The amethyst. What one would you suggest?
Yeah, amethyst, anything from third eye and crown chakra that's related to is a good one to have.
Okay, then I was right.
Amethyst is probably your best to help open your third eye and your crown chakra.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna try that tonight. I'm gonna try to get over there, hold the amethyst in my hand, and see if my third eye opens up a little bit more. But I hope y'all had fun. Yeah, go check out. Thanks, Joanne. Everybody else, check that out. See you tomorrow over on Sunday Live. Thank you, Grandpa Brian, for sending me all these stones and being my friend. I tell you, and coming on the show tonight and letting the whole Soul Tribe know what these stones are all about. Thank you very much.
And thank you for everything that you do for our community. We love you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. Without all of you people out there supporting me by sending good intentions, and I wouldn't be able to do the show and keep it up, but it gives me energy and it gives me good feeling. Besides, oh, one last thing, let's all get together, concentrate a little bit, and send out some good vibes for Isby. He's a little bit down on the weather with all the stuff going on with his, issues. I know there's a lot of issues going on with him, but send out some good healing energy to Isby. Reach out if you can. Just send him some good energy. Get him back he was in a good spot, and it seems like to me, he's not doing so well. So please help out our people in our community. Thank you, everybody. Michelle Can Free, Delaney Pearl Jones, Lucky Stone, Nina the Mystic, Joanne Dance, and Gypsy, Renee Hutchelson. Thank you, Diane Martino. We got to get you back on here. Okay, with that, remember, go out, do something nice for somebody else, and it will come back to you. Remember, always be the frequency you want to receive, everyone. Love y'all. Peace, everybody. And there we go. Another show in the back.